Well, here we are, and today we're talking about the cost of living in a motorhome full time. Well, at least what it costs us to live in a motorhome full time, with all the trials and tribulations and travelling around we do. So, viewers that have been here before, you might have seen this little database that I've built in FileMaker Pro. It's just a database application that I've used for many years, and it's just easy for me to add new expenses and create reports and so on and so on. So this month, November, has been an absolutely horrendous month. I'm just going to show you the sort of monthly totals here. We've got nearly £2,000 in September when we started, so £1,928.47. And then October, I thought we were doing quite well. We got that down to £1,034.47, weirdly. And you know, one of the biggest costs was diesel, because in October we did a lot of driving down from Sweden, and I've got the detail of that. But in September we did a lot of driving. £260 worth of diesel. So that's sort of about 3 tanks worth, and then £1,000 in camping charges. But then October camping charges came down to 166, because I think we'd paid a lot in September to rock over into October. So, but we had a lot more diesel in October, £347, and I think that did include a bit of local petrol while we were up there with the use of cars and stuff like that. But that's the sort of those months. But then in November it rocketed up to £2,623.64, which is massively shocking, isn't it? But there are good reasons for that. Camping charges, £863 for December, and some of that is that's for November, but some of that is for December, of course, because you need to pay camping charges in advance very often. In some places in Spain you don't. Certainly down when we were at Castillo de Baños, we paid when we left, which was a nice arrangement. But we've spent 500 on diesel getting from Platia de Aro, where we were broken into, very quickly down to here where we are now, and we just sort of got away from that area because of the break-in and so on, and the and all the things like that. But also to replace some of the stolen equipment, there's nearly £700, which, as it happens, is not too bad, because the pound to euro exchange rate went up a bit. So I think this morning it was €1.17 to the pound, so better than the €1.08 or 10 we were getting back in September. I think it made a bit of difference, so that was nice to know about. What's shocking in November, I think, is we spent nearly twice as much on diesel as we did on groceries. And even if you add up groceries, entertainment, and the sort of miscellaneous, it still doesn't come up. So you could almost add entertainment, groceries. That'd be 270. That's nearly 300 if you add on gas. Household 87. Say that's 380. Laundry 390. Maintenance 400. 450. Even if you add up all the other bits that are sort of householdy related, it still doesn't come up to the amount of money we spent on diesel, which is a shocking thing for me. And looking through these reports is very interesting, because what we can do is go back. We looked at the monthly totals, but we've also got other reports here, and we can look at sort of a category report. So this just gives you totals of the categories over time. September, October, November. This just gives me a grand total of the camping charges. So I put the sort of category name up the top corner there, and then that just splits it out by month in a bit of detail. I could do a bit more work and put the monthly total down, but I didn't think that was necessary, because I was getting the monthly grand total for everything. I didn't really need it. So I can see the detail of what we spend on camping in each month. I've even put down little things like electric hookup for 86 pence. And all the figures you see here in these sort of areas are in pounds sterling, so Great British pounds, and not in euros. I do a conversion, and I use an online converter, so it gives me the rate that it is on the day, which is usually reasonably accurate. So that's not too bad. And again, we've spent on toll charges, which is unusual for us. We don't usually go on toll roads, but we spent £40 on toll charges, which actually I didn't think was too bad, because it was over the whole distance. It was nearly 1,000 kilometres, about 800 kilometres, and we spent €40 getting from up in the north of Spain down to where we are now. But £2,000 in camping charges, and 1,100 quid in diesel over 3 months. And you'll see that big figure there, 150. That's 2 fill-ups. So I just put them in as one figure. 2 fill-ups. I did one from receipt and one from memory, because I didn't manage to get a receipt out of the pump, and I did one from memory, and I rounded it up to about £150. So not completely accurate, but it gives us a good guide, and that's because of all that driving. Entertainment, you'll see, and in the last video you'll know that I said that our camping charges and our other expenses would go down, but our entertainment would probably go up. So over the last 3 months, you'll see that there's no entertainment charges in October, but there's a bit more in November, and that was various bits and pieces of coffee and having beers in local bars, and going to a little dinner that we had down here on the rally, and that's been £125 over the 3 months. So really low cost on the entertainment. We've really done pretty good on the gas as well. So gas over the 3 months has only been just short of £65. So that is pretty cheap, I think. If that but it's about right, because historically I'd sort of had in my head that gas was about 20 to 25 pounds a month, just living full time in the van. Groceries, you'll see we do various bits of groceries at different, shopping in Aldi is the most, we spend the most in Aldi, I think, usually sort of, anywhere between 50, 60, 70, £100 a time. But over the last 3 months, that's been almost 900. So pretty low cost on the grocery front. So we're pretty cheap eaters. That might change because of my now fully diagnosed gluten intolerance. So we might have to buy some sort of different things that are maybe a bit more expensive. And then there's other things like the household, and that usually covers things like rubbish bags there, laundry, buying Wendy's hobbies. I haven't split out Wendy's hobby stuff or my hobby stuff. That curtain and pole was a household thing. I'm making some videos for another YouTube channel, and I wanted a plain grey background, so I bought a curtain and a pole for that. We bought some sports socks the other day because shorts and trainers, you need those little sort of short sporty socks. I think they do well, I think. So laundry, we've spent a bit of money in the various laundries, 38 quid. Maintenance, yes, we spent £8.60 in a car wash, and that was €10 we spent on the day, and I was able to sort of get most of the road muck off most of the van, but I could drive in, but I couldn't get the brush all round. And medicines, so far 200 odd quid, so not too bad. Various miscellaneous items, and these were things, more wool for Wendy, toys for our grandchildren, sun protection cream, things like swimming, and I don't know whether that should go under swimming. Should that go under entertainment? Maybe, I don't know. But there we are. And there's a bit of technical, and you'll see that replacement of the iPad was nearly 700 quid. So that was a bit of a nonsense, really. But there you are. Yeah, the monthly detail, you see it puts the date, what it is, how much it is, and the category. Normally the rubbish bags, that's what it is. Categories, household, and so on, how much it is in pounds. So I can go back over time and see exactly what I spent on any day. So I can go through and say, right, okay, well, the 19th of October, that was a bit of spending, wasn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items, including £86 worth of diesel, the ferry from Trelleborg to Rostock. That was the last time I had that gluten intolerance thing going on, which knocked me out for 3 days. And 45 quid on groceries, and so on and so on and so on. So yes, so I think the little system there, and keeping note of the expenses, is quite a good thing. Well, there we are. That's the update on the costs of living in a motorhome so far, after 3 months of recording the costs and making notes of all that, being fairly accurate. I've missed a few things out, like the mobile phone costs, and that's about £70 a month. So we're down on the total cost by about 200 odd pounds a month in total. Sorry, 200 odd pounds in total. 3 times 7, 21, so £210 or thereabouts. But you know, I've given you a quick run through there, and I'll continue to do that on a monthly basis. And while we're where we are, our costs are going very much down. As I said the other day, the costs are down, but the entertainment will be going up. And I think food costs will increase too because of that gluten intolerance, and I'll speak more about that on another video. I'm really horrified that I'm gluten intolerant, because I'm usually quite a tolerant man. But there you are. I hope you've enjoyed looking through what we've spent over the past few months. And if you have, give that video a thumbs up, and don't forget, if you want to continue to follow us, click that subscribe button and we'll send you a reminder whenever we upload a new video. But thanks so much for watching. Bye bye for now.